पुराने जमाने के
टीचिंग के तरीकों से
हमको क्यों पढ़ाते हैं? इट्स सो बोरिंग।
अब वेदांतु देगा प्रॉब्लम से छुटकारा।
हाय किड्स।
समझ आएगा तो मजा आएगा, मजा आएगा तो समझ आएगा।
बेस्ट टीचर्स पढ़ाए तो सिंपल लगे एवरीथिंग।
लीडरबोर्ड्स एंड क्विज़ेस से
Amazing.
learning हो जाए हैपनिंग। समझ आएगा तो मजा आएगा, मजा आएगा तो
Vedantu. Learn live online. To attend a free live class, download the app now.
Hello everyone, welcome and a very good evening to all of you. I hope you guys are doing great, and today we'll be starting off with our killer series with the chapter Trigonometry. So guys, in this particular session, I'm going to help you understand how to solve the difficult questions that come up in JEE Mains from this particular topic, trigonometry. In trigonometry, we have chapters like trigonometric ratios, identities, equations, as well as solution of triangle, which I will try to address in this particular session. So let us get started. And for those who are wondering what is the schedule like in the coming days, this is the schedule for the entire month of December up to your JEE Mains. So please do take a screenshot of it and put a reminder so that you don't miss any particular class which you feel is meant for you. Okay? So it starts today and goes all the way up to 5th of January, guys. Okay? And before we dive into the first question, for those who do not know me, my name is Shimon Joseph and I'm a JEE Maths teacher at Vedantu. So let's see what is the first question that we have for us today. So guys, this is a JEE advanced question from the year 2018. The reason I took it is because I want everyone, every serious aspirant to make a note of this. This year, the pattern has changed and you have integer type questions. So better be prepared for it. And for that, my recommendation or my suggestion to everyone is please try to solve the previous year's JEE advanced integer type questions. So integer type questions in advance has been a very common phenomena and it has been occurring for almost last 10 years. So take out the 10 years papers of JEE advanced, solve the integer type questions. That will give you a huge boost. I have brought one such question for you and let's try to solve it together. Okay guys, I'm going to get started. Let's read the question together and solve it in the most efficient manner. Let's get started. So here A, B, C are three non-zero real numbers such that this equation has two distinct roots alpha and beta. That's what given to us. Now if alpha and beta are roots of this equation, what can I understand from that? I can say that alpha and beta will satisfy this. That's the first thing anyone would do. Let's try to do that. Let's try to put alpha and beta over there. So root 3a cos alpha plus, what do I have? 2b sin alpha is equal to c. Now I can take the a other side because I want to have b by a and keep track of it. My ultimate intention is to find the value of b by a. All other things I don't really care about. So let's do that. Let me divide by a. What do I get? Root 3 cos alpha plus 2b by a sin alpha is equal to c by a. Are you all fine with that? Isn't this easy, guys? Everyone is able to follow? Now, alpha is a root, so I got this. Similarly, if I substitute beta, please don't write it again. Beta will also follow the same thing. Let's do that. So beta also will give you a similar expression. It will give a very similar expression. Let's try to have both of them together over here. Now I understood and executed the question until here. I'll have to use the next piece of information, which is alpha plus beta is equal to pi by 3. How do you want to use it? There are many ways. Either you can put beta as pi by 3 minus alpha and then solve it. That is one method. But I will recommend you to do something what I'm going to do over here because that is a bit easier and faster. What is that? Let's take the difference of these two equations. I'm going to subtract these two equations. And when I subtract, what happens? Let's try to have a look at it. So it is going to be root 3 times of cos alpha minus cos beta. Okay, and then 2b by a is common, so plus 2b by a. What do I have? I have sine alpha minus sine beta. Let me write that down as well. That will be equal to 0. Why 0? Because c by a minus c by a will be 0. That is a beautiful expression, and I will come to that in a while. But before that, I would like to erase this portion, guys, because I need some space to solve. I hope that is fine with everyone. Do let me know if you have any problem here. Okay, so these things were pretty simple, so I'm going to move it off. So now let's try to break that down. What is cos alpha minus cos beta? I'm sure you guys must have studied cos c minus cos d when you did trigonometry. So let's try to use that. What is cos c minus cos d? It is nothing but minus 2 times of sine of c plus d by 2, which is b alpha plus beta by 2, into sine of c minus d by 2, which is alpha minus beta by 2. That's it. Direct formula based. Okay. Now let me do the same thing for the other side. So 2b by a times of sine c minus sine d, sine alpha minus sine beta. What is that? Can you guys think about it and answer me in the chat? It is going to be what? 2 cos of c plus d by 2 times of sine c minus d by 2. Now that will be equal to 0 because our right hand side is 0. Now guys, I know alpha plus beta, which is pi by 3 radians. So alpha plus beta by 2 will be pi by 6. And what is sine of pi by 6? Sine of pi by 6 is 1 by 2. And then I have sine of alpha minus beta by 2. Then we have 2b by a times of cos of alpha plus beta by 2. Alpha plus beta by 2 is pi by 6. And cos of pi by 6 is what? Is root 3 by 2. And then we have sine of alpha minus beta by 2, which I do not know. So let's have it as such. Let's not do anything to that. Okay. Now guys, I will cancel this root 2 and I'll cancel the 2 and 2 and the 2 and 2 over here. So what am I left out with? I have sine of alpha minus beta by 2 common. In the first one, I have minus root 3 left out. And in the second one, I have plus 2b by a root 3 left out. And that is equal to 0. Now guys, look at the interval. What is the length of interval? The length of interval is pi. And in that interval, sine of alpha minus beta can be 0 only if alpha is equal to beta. So the product of these two is equal to 0 now. It can be possible because this is 0 or this is 0. I just showed it to you that this can be 0 only if alpha is equal to beta because of the interval given to us. Now alpha cannot be equal to beta because they have distinct real roots alpha and beta. Brilliant. Okay. So what has to be 0? This has to be 0. That means what? Can I cancel root 3 and root 3? Then I will have 1 is equal to 2b by a. So what is the value of b by a? The value of b by a is 0.5. That is your answer. Okay. Good question, right? So I hope you guys liked it. This is the method of solving. And if you have any doubts or comments, please feel free to ask me. You can comment it down below. I'll try to help you out. So take it down, guys. Take it down. And with that, I will move forward to the next question. Okay. I'm going to move forward. If you guys have any doubts, feel free to ask. Okay. Let's move forward. Let's go to the second question. The second question for you guys is over here. This is also taken from IIT JEE Advanced paper in the year 2017. Let's try to solve it together. And guys, the reason I'm going to IIT JEE Advanced papers of previous year is because you might have a chance of questions being repeated or similar concepts being asked in JEE Mains. That is the usual trend. And whenever there's an introduction of new pattern like integer type questions, you have to make precautions like this, solving tougher questions so that you can break through the 90 plus mark. That is my intention, and that is why I'm trying to help you guys out with these kind of questions. Okay, so let us get started. This is not to make sure you guys are demotivated or you have wrong expectations of JEE Mains, please don't think in that direction, because these questions, the difficult ones, might be 2 or 3 in number in the entire paper. But if you crack those 2, 3, you might be landing in a sweet score. Okay, that is the intention. So let us get started solving this question. Okay, so this question, let's get started. Let alpha and beta be non-zero real numbers such that this expression is equal to 1. Then which of the following are true? So guys, how do we start solving these equations? And how do we know which direction to proceed? That might be a question, because if you keep manipulating it, you might end up with the answer, but how do you go in a strategized manner and arrive at the answer? That is what I'm going to help you out with. The first thing is, guys, alpha and beta are separated. So that is my first job. I will separate alpha and beta. So let me open it out. What will I get? I'll get 2 cos beta minus 2 cos alpha plus cos alpha cos beta is equal to 1. So let me take this to the other side and take cos beta common. So cos beta into 2 plus cos alpha is equal to 1 plus 2 cos alpha. So that's it. That is the first thing which I know. Now I can write it as cos beta is equal to what? 1 plus 2 cos alpha divided by 2 plus cos alpha. So this is the first step which I do, so as to separate out beta and alpha, because here everything seems to be collected. They are not together like this one. Okay. Now the second thing is, I notice that I have tan on both sides. Okay. I have tan on all the options, so I need to bring tan somehow. Tan will come into place when you have sine and cos, isn't it? So I need to somehow do something here so as to bring sine as well as cos. Okay. So here, since I have half angles, I am going to think in a different direction. Here I have beta and alpha, but here I have alpha by 2 and beta by 2 in all the options. So that means there is some half angle formula going in. That makes me do componendo and dividendo. So let's do componendo and dividendo. What do you mean by that? I will do cos beta plus 1 by cos beta minus 1. This is called componendo dividendo. So now what will I get here? I'll get 3 plus 3 cos alpha divided by, when I subtract the numerator minus denominator, what do I get? I get minus 1 plus cos alpha. Are you guys able to sense what I just said and what I just did? How will this give you half angle, sir? I don't understand. You said componendo dividendo. Okay, I understand. But how will this give you half angle? Guys, look carefully. What is 1 plus cos beta? 1 plus cos beta is 2 cos square beta by 2. And what is 1 minus cos beta? 1 minus cos beta is 2 sine square beta by 2. That will be equal to, what is there on the right hand side? 3 times of 1 plus cos alpha. 1 plus cos alpha is what? 2 cos square alpha by 2 divided by 1 minus cos alpha. So minus 2 times of sine square alpha by 2. That's it. So minus 2 here, minus 2 here cancel. 2 here, 2 here cancel. So what am I left out with? I am left out with cot square beta by 2 is equal to 3 times cot square alpha by 2. So I'll have tan square alpha by 2 is equal to 3 tan square beta by 2. Don't you guys agree with me on that? Because I reversed it. I changed it to tan and from cot, because my answers are all in tan. So what do we have here? We'll have tan alpha by 2 is equal to plus or minus root 3 tan beta by 2. That's it. Our answer is done. Okay. Are you guys able to see that? Yeah, we have both the answers over here. So this is a JEE advanced question. That's why you have multiple choice. But of course in JEE Mains you don't have that. The reason I chose this question is because I want you to show the methodology of working. That is something important. Okay. So I hope you guys are able to appreciate this question. It's a good one. And please take some time to solve it and note it down. And guys, whenever you're watching this series, please make sure you have a pen and paper with you, because math is a subject which you don't see. You have to solve it along with me to appreciate it. Okay? So I hope you guys are clear. With that, let's move forward to the next one. So the answer is option A and option C, which we have got. Let's move on to the next question. Okay? So guys, if you are able to see the question, let me know. If not, I'll read it out for you. This is the third question which was asked in JEE Mains a few years back. So in the year 2012, it was called as AIEEE, All India Engineering Entrance Exam. But this was something interesting, so I thought I'll include it over here so that you guys know what are the level of questions that come up in JEE Mains. Okay? So here, suppose theta and phi both not equal to 0 or such that secant theta plus phi, secant theta and secant theta minus phi are in arithmetic progression. Okay, so secant theta plus phi, secant theta and secant theta minus phi are in AP. Then if cos theta is equal to k cos phi by 2, for some k, you have to find out what is the value of k equal to. And you have 4 options given to you. You will have to solve it. Let's try to do it in a systematic manner. Okay? So first, the thing which I do is always I break down the information. Whenever I want to solve a question, I will try to break down the information given in the question. So let's do that first. What is given to me? It is said that these 3 terms are in AP. So if these 3 terms are in AP, what do? I know that 2 times my middle term, so 2 secant theta, will be equal to sum of the extreme terms. That is coming from basic AP. Okay? So I do that. Now, I don't like secant theta, guys. I like cos because I'm so used to working in cos, right? And this relation is also given in terms of cos. So why should I stick to secant? Let's get rid of it. Okay? So what do I have? 2 by cos theta is equal to 1 by cos of theta plus phi plus 1 by cos of theta minus phi. Don't you guys agree with me on that? Yes? All of you comfortable, guys? Brilliant. Now let's simplify it. Let's take LCM. So if I take LCM, what will happen here? I'll get in the numerator cos of theta plus phi plus cos of theta minus phi. Okay, divided by cos of theta plus phi into cos of theta minus phi. Okay, I hope that is clear. I just took LCM. I wrote it in a very small size. I hope that is clear to everyone. So it is just cos of theta minus phi plus cos of theta plus phi divided by product of these two. Okay, that's simple. Just write it down clearly, guys. Now, what is the numerator over there? It is of the form cos C plus cos D, which we have used in the first question. I told you guys what is the formula for cos C plus cos D, and look at how frequently we are using it. So if you want to capitalize such questions in JEE Mains, you have to be good at formulas behind the chapter. Okay? So what is cos C plus cos D? Cos C plus cos D is nothing but 2 times of cos of C plus D by 2 into cos of C minus D by 2, which will be this particular formula, divided by, what is the denominator? Denominator I have cos of theta plus phi multiplied by cos of theta minus phi. And guys, would you believe it if I say there's a formula for this as well? Yes, of course there is. This is nothing but cos of A plus B into cos of A minus B, which will be equal to cos square A minus sin square B. That is the formula for it. If you did not know, please make a note of it. What did I say? Cos of A plus B into cos of A minus B will be cos square A minus sin square B. That is exactly what I used over there. Okay? All good? So let me put it down. Cos square A minus sin square B. Now let me cancel this 2 and 2 and multiply it to the other side. So I'll have cos square theta minus sin square phi is equal to cos square theta into cos phi. Let me take this cos square theta and bring it over here, and let me take the sin square phi over there. Okay? So that is what I'm going to do in the next step. So guys, I need some space to solve, so I'm going to erase a few steps. I hope you don't mind. Okay? So I'm going to erase the first 2 steps, assuming that you guys have copied it down and you are very well aware of it. Now, when I do this step, what will I get? I'll get cos square theta minus cos square theta cos phi is equal to sin square phi. So this will be what? Cos square theta I can take common. I'll get 1 minus cos phi. This is what? Sin square theta is nothing but 1 minus cos square phi. Sin square phi is nothing but 1 minus cos square phi. And 1 minus cos square phi, I can write it as 1 minus cos phi into 1 plus cos phi. Isn't that correct, guys? And we know that phi is not equal to 0. So it is impossible for this to be 0. Therefore, these two can be cancelled out. So what am I left out with? Can you guys help me out with that? I am left out with cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos phi. What is 1 plus cos phi? 2 cos square phi by 2. Now let me take root on both sides. If I take root on both sides, I'll get cos theta is equal to plus or minus root 2 times of cos phi by 2. So that is the same thing which I have here. So what is my k? My k is plus or minus root 2, which I of course have. That's it. That is the way to solve it. I hope you guys like this question and please go through it. I know I might have gone a bit fast. You guys can probably slowly look through it, and if you have anything shorter than this or elegant and efficient than this, let me know in the comments. I would be more than happy to know that. Okay? And if you have doubts also, feel free to ask, guys, either in the chat or you can comment it down in the comment box. So yeah, let's move forward. I'm gonna erase it, guys. So if you want to take a screenshot, now is the time. Okay? Let us go ahead. So the next question for all of you is right over here, and this is something asked very recently in advance. So this was a question which was asked in JEE Advanced 2019. Let's try to solve this. A very good question. So when you look at it, you might feel very scared. So let me solve it for you. Okay. So it looks like a very scary question, right? When you initially look at it, it looks very big. But it is doable and we are going to see that. Okay. So let's get started, guys. So let me write the secant inverse outside and I'm going to solve whatever is inside. Okay. So you just basically have to find out the value of the summation. Nothing much. You just have to find out the value of the summation and let's try to do that. What do we have here? 1 by 4 times of secant of 7 pi by 12 plus k pi into secant of 7 pi by 12 plus k plus 1 pi by 2. So guys, the trick lies here. Expand this. So you will get 7 pi by 12 plus k pi by 2 plus pi by 2. So can I say this is nothing but secant of pi by 2 plus theta? Yeah. So if I call this as theta, I can say this term as secant of pi by 2 plus theta. What is secant of pi by 2 plus theta? It is nothing but minus cosecant theta. So I'll take that minus out. What will be left out? Summation k equal to 0 to 10. I have secant of 7 pi by 12 plus k pi by 2 times of cosecant theta. What is that theta? 7 pi by 12 plus k pi by 2. Brilliant. This is huge for me. Why? Because these two angles are same. These two angles are same. That is how you break into a tough question. Okay. So whenever a question looks tough, guys, try to move 1 or 2 steps into it. Rather than leaving it at the surface level, try to move 1 or 2 steps into it so that you will get this crack. When you feel you achieve this crack, you will feel some happiness. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, when you solve question, I'm sure you would have experienced it. When you crack it on your own, you feel good, no? So that happens in this step. So what will I do here? I'm going to now convert it to sine and cos because it's very easy after this. Because the angles are same. Because the angles are same, I can convert it to sine and cos. Let me do that quickly for you. So I can write this as 1 by cos of this angle into 1 by sine of this angle. Because cosecant is 1 by sine, na? Okay, so let me write it as sine and let me write this as cos. Because secant was there, I wrote it as cos, and because cosecant was there, I write it as sine. Okay, So what I'll do is I will take 1, 2 inside. 1 by 4 was there. I took 1, 2 inside, so it becomes 1 by 2. What is 2 sine theta cos theta? 2 sine theta cos theta is nothing but sine 2 theta. That's it. Can you see how easy it became? So such a complicated question is going to be solved in a very easy manner, and all of you are going to enjoy that. Okay, so it's going to be 1 by sine of 2 theta. What is sine 2 theta here? Theta is given over there. So 2 theta will be what? 2 theta will be 7 pi by 6 plus k pi. So I'll have sine of k pi plus 7 pi by 6. I have sine of k pi plus 7 pi by 6, which will be sine of 7 pi by 6 into minus 1 to the power k. Why do I have this minus 1 to the power k? Because if k is even, sine of 2 theta will be what? Sine of k pi plus 7 pi by 6. If k is even, it will be 7 pi by 6 directly. But if k is odd, let's say sine pi plus 7 pi by 6, then it will be a negative value, it will be minus. So that is why I put this minus 1 power k. Now the beauty of this is a constant, guys, so I can take it out. Let's take it out. So I have secant inverse of minus 1 by 2 divided by sine of 7 pi by 6, which is also minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 divided by sine of 7 pi by 6, which is sine of 210 degrees. Sine of 210 degrees is what? It is minus 1 by 2, because sine 210 can be written as sine of 180 plus 30, which will be minus sine 30. Minus sine 30 is minus 1 by 2. That's what I did. So these two will cancel to give 1. So I just have summation k equal to 0 to 10 minus 1 to the power k. So let's try to do that. What is summation minus 1 to the power k from k equal to 0 to 10? It will be, when k is 0, it will be 1. When k is 1, it will be minus 1, then plus 1, then minus 1, then all the way up to k when it is 10, it will be plus 1. So minus plus, everything will get cancelled. Only 1 will be left out. So the answer is secant inverse of 1. That's it. What is secant inverse of 1? You guys should tell me the answer. I hope all of you liked it. It's a very interesting question. Pretty easy to solve. Okay. So the answer is secant inverse of 1. I'm sure all of you can answer that. Please do go through it, and if you have any doubt, let me know. I'll probably move this to the side. Guys, I'll give you some time, probably 30 seconds. Read through it and let me know if you have any confusion or any doubts. The only step which might be troubling you is how I wrote this as minus 1 power k. Guys, think about it. See, sine 2 theta is sine of k pi plus 7 pi by 6. Na? So if k is even, it will be 7 pi by 6. Sine of 7 pi by 6. That's it. But if k is odd, let me take an example as k equal to 1. If k equal to 1 is given, I'll have sine of pi plus 7 pi by 6. So sine of pi plus theta is what? Minus sine 7 pi by 6. So how do I account for it when k is changing? I account for that by multiplying with minus 1 per k. That is what I did. Okay? Fine? Everyone comfortable? So that is how you do it. I hope you guys are able to understand. So with that, let us move forward, guys. Let's move forward to the next question. Okay? So the answer for this one is secant inverse of 1, which is 0. So 0 is the answer for this. Let's move forward. This is the last question, the 5th question for today as part of the killer series. Okay? So again, a JEE advanced question, and the reason I wanted to touch upon solution of triangle is because sometimes you might get a normal geometry based question and you have to be equipped to answer that. Okay? So let's try to answer this question. In a triangle PQR, let me take the pen, I'll keep it over here. So in a triangle PQR, what do you have? You have angle PQR as 30 degree. Okay? So your angle PQR is 30 degree and the sides PQ and QR have length 10 root 3 and 10. So let me draw the triangle. So the triangle, let's say it looks like this. So that is P, Q and R. So PQR is 30 degree. PQ is 10 root 3. QR is 10. So first of all, I can find out the area of the triangle very easily. How can I find out area of triangle? Delta is equal to half AB sin C. You guys must be aware of it. That means what? Product of adjacent sides into sine of the included angle divided by 2. So do I have adjacent sides? Yes. Do I have the included angle? Yes. So can I find the area? Done. Over. Let's do that. So what is the area? Half into 10 root 3 into 10 into sine of the included angle, which is 1 by 2. So it will be 25 root 3. So the area of the triangle is 25 root 3. One information I have obtained. Good. Now, to obtain the other information, I need to know what is the side length PR. So let us take the side length PR as x. And guys, can anyone comment? How do I find out this x? Can anyone comment on how to figure out this x? Any idea? So if you want to find out the value of x, you need to use cosine rule. What is cosine rule? Cos of 30 is equal to 10 root 3 square plus 10 square minus x square by 2 into 10 into 10 root 3. So what is cos 30? It is root 3 by 2. Now cross multiply. When you cross multiply, what do you get? You get 300 is equal to 300 plus 100 minus x square. So x square is equal to 100, x is equal to 10. So I get that this side is also equal to 10. That means what? It's an isosceles triangle. So this angle must be 30 degree. Because since these two sides are equal, these two angles must be equal. And therefore, this angle is 120 degree. So what is angle QPR? Angle QPR is 30 degree. But they have said 45. So absolutely wrong. Okay. Now area of triangle is 25 root 3 and QRP is 120. Absolutely right. I got 120 degree. Okay. Now radius of incircle is asked. What is the symbol of radius of incircle? Small r. Small r is equal to delta by s. Delta is area. S is semi-perimeter. What is area? Area is 25 root 3 divided by semi-perimeter is what? 20 plus 10 root 3. 20 plus 10 root 3 is the perimeter. I want to get semi-perimeter. So what will that be? 10 plus 5 root 3. Now they have given in some other format. So you will have to rationalize it. Okay. So I will multiply by 10 minus 5 root 3. So if I multiply by 10 minus 5 root 3, what do I get? I get 25 into 10, 250 root 3 minus 25 into 5, 125, 125 into 3, 375 divided by, I get 100 minus 75, which will be 25, which will be what? 10 root 3 minus 15. Do I get 10 root 3 minus 15? Absolutely right. So option C is correct, option B is correct. I just have to check option D. They are asking what is the area of circumcircle. What is the area of circumcircle? It is pi into capital R square. So I just need to find out what is my capital R, which is nothing but my circumradius. So what is circumradius? Circumradius, how do I find out? We know that sine A by A is equal to 1 by 2R. So I know this angle and I know this side. So I'll do that. Sine A is 30, 1 by 2 by A is 10 is equal to 1 by 2R. So 1 by 2R is equal to 1 by 20. So R is equal to 10. So my circumradius is 10 units in length. Therefore, area will be pi into 10 square, which will be 100 pi. And do I have 100 pi there? Yes. So B, C, D, all three are correct. And that is how you solve it. Okay. So guys, what I used here is the sine rule. I used the sine rule here and I used cosine rule here. So this is an application of cosine rule, sine rule and SOT. Good question. I hope you guys learnt one or two things from here. please note it down, whatever formulas I've said, whatever important information I've given, do make a note of it and try to go over it again and again. Okay, so that ends the class. So this was the last question that I had for you, and with that we will meet tomorrow with a new topic, that is set, relation and function. Okay guys, so the answer is BCD. I hope you guys have noted down. So with that we conclude our session. So if you guys are interested in checking out the crash course offered by Vedantu, you can check it out. This will be a bit more intensive. Right now in YouTube you have very few classes for 1 hour, but if you want a more rigorous and intensive one, you can check it out. This is a coupon code, you have a very reasonable price. If you have the time for it, please join it. Okay, so thank you guys. If you like the video, do share, subscribe and comment. Do let me know what you felt, and if you have any difficulty in understanding questions, I will help you out by reading your comments. Okay, all the very best. Keep working hard guys, and let's meet tomorrow. Till then, take care and bye bye.